arrived at the outstanding lofts of Mark and Alison, Sherwood of Woodhouse West End in Sheffield. Pleased to meet you, Mark.
All right, Steve.
When did you actually get involved with pigeons then, Mark?
The first birds I ever had when we were kids were about 7-year-old. Started with a little tea chest, then made a loft out and toilet doors, the old call house doors, and went from there really to obviously what we've got now, sort of thing. But I had a loft on Sky Edge, which you couldn't have pantails then because lofts were in front of each other and they were only like a 6 metre gap. So they were all in a straight line, so you couldn't have pantails, whereas here you're not obstructing anybody, so this is where we've got a set-up now as pantail roof.
Very good, Mark. Who would you, obviously, as coming into the sport, who would you look up to, who's helped you in the past?
You learn as you go along, Steve. I mean, I've been to some good lofts and some good fancies. Barry McNicholas, learnt a lot of Barry. Bill Hague Jr., I flew with him for a few seasons, learnt a lot of Bill. You just pick things up. I think you've got to go, keep your eyes open, your mouth shut, and just listen to what they've got to say. And if you can get on a top fancier's loft and he's willing to help you, just listen to what he says and just take everything in. And you learn by your mistakes. That's the main thing, learning by your mistakes. If you don't learn by your mistakes, then you ain't going to...
That's very good, that, Mark. Yeah. What clubs and organisations do you fly in at this moment in time?
Well, this last 2 seasons we've flown with the Derby Beighton Fed, which has been a good Fed, like. I fly with the Woodhouse Homing Society, Beighton Homing Society, and Sheffield and District 5 Bird Club, which is all on the same day. 5 bird clubs now got a channel section, so we race channel and inland with that, and it's like they guarantee £500 each week prize money. So that's my main club at the minute.
That's the main club, yeah.
Yeah.
Weren't you the Irish prize winning all 3 different clubs
in all 3 clubs, which I were quite surprised about really, but it's quite an achievement because it's top fancies in all 3 clubs. And it's top competition in all 3 clubs, channel and sprinting. So to achieve what we achieved, like, and that, it were a good fate, sort of thing.
Brilliant. This year then, Mark, what would you say, up until this year, what would you say your most memorable win would be off the top of your head, of what you could really look back to and memorise?
To be honest with you, Steve, there've been quite a few. I mean, the first time I ever top fed at Saints, I had 2 drop together. I was first and second fed. That would give me a good buzz, sort of thing. I've had like 20 young ones drop together from a race, which also were good, but that was just inland racing, like. But I think the Saints races, when you've topped it at Saints, I think you've achieved your goal, sort of thing.
Well, I think you've had an outstanding yearling cock what's come this year at Saints with 12 hours and 16 minutes in your 5 bird. Can you explain a little bit on that breeding of the pigeon and and how many day birds there were in that organisation that day, Mark?
He's a crossbreed. He's a Van Riet on the end side and a Belgium stray, actually, that dropped in about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Reported it and got no details back. And that's just what you need, just a bit of luck.
Yeah.
Put that pair together. He should have won the young bird channel, that pigeon. Run across the pad, didn't register. I finished second with him. This year, come consistent at the channel racing before I put him down for Saints. Sent him to Saints like full widowwood, no sitting, no anything, just full widowwood. And it's 12 hours, 16 minutes, like you say. And he didn't look touched when he come. He just didn't look touched.
That's a good sign into it for future.
I mean, if it gets a bit stiffer, I'm hoping like to time in again next year.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's and then I timed a yearling hen. There were no daybirds in the club at Saints on the same day, and I timed a yearling hen at 7 minutes past 6 the next morning. She was 4 fed, and she's Van Loon cross Susan.
Right.
So when they said that you need these distance pigeons, it's just how you put them down for the job. If they put down right, they'll come at 500.
And best to best. Do you think you could buy success if you through actually what you've had to buy in the past and for future results for the coming few seasons ahead?
I don't think you can buy success, but you can buy the best.
Yeah.
And then success comes from that if you put the hard work in.
Right.
So if you bought the good pigeons, then you're willing to put the hard work in, success will come.
That's very good. Very good, that Mark. What about new starters coming into sport? Any advice? What would you to give any help or advice?
Anybody that's going to start in their area, find out who the best fanciers is in the area. Then go and buy some late breds or some whatever you can afford. Just tell him that you're willing to. You're going to start up, and you want to start from fresh. Have you got out to let me? Even if you buy eggs off them and you've got some light to float them under, you've got to go to the best local fanciers who's doing it in the area. And once you've got them off them, take some tips off them, which they're willing to give you tips if you ask them. Yeah. And that's the only way I can see it going forward.
Can you explain the full length of these lofts, Mark? How long they've been up, and then into basically the ventilation, and what you house in every individual section, please?
Well, the lofts are approximately, I'd say about 75 feet long. They consist of 4 young bird sections and 3 old bird sections, with 1 end section in the middle. I'll show you the end section later on in the video what I do the ends. But there's 3 widowwood lofts, 15 boxes in one, 15 boxes in the other, and 12 in the other. Right. Basically, I try and keep the channel section in one section and the 2 sprint sections in the other. The ends, unless one end's coming particularly like super, they all go to channel. Right. So I don't think you can beat ends at channel. The construction of the lofts, I built the widowwood lofts myself in 1997. The young bird section was built by my previous partner, Bill Haig. He had it built, but I've converted it with a pan-tile roof to suit myself and put the aviaries on and everything else. Yeah. That was done probably about 2000 when all that was altered. And the construction, obviously, pan-tile roof, this is all red cedar wood, so it don't rot. With the big thermoglazed windows. I did this about 6 years ago, and the condition of the pigeons since I've done that is a lot better, because it lets a lot more heat in and the heat stays in longer. Right. But I'll show you inside the lofts later on and how it works and everything. But that's basically what we've got. There's 3 double aviaries, 3 aviaries on the front of the young bird section. Yeah. Which obviously I raised young birds on widowwood, so yeah. I'll show you later on what I do with that section. Like.
What about these then, Mark? Are these the actual trapping systems through ETS for the actual old birds, yeah?
Yeah, this is where the old birds trap to. Obviously the pigeon lands walk through, I've usually got bob wires in there, they walk through onto the pad and they're timed. I put them on about probably 5-6 years ago now, and I was a bit wary at first because obviously I used to open door and swiping them. The first year I had the ETS, which I think you came and had a look at when the first thing of it. Since I've put them on, there's no stress on the pigeons or anything, and it works quite well.
Do they actually face south, or is it just southwest, or is it?
No, they face due south. Obviously, southeast is to my left-hand side, and southwest is to depending on the inland racing, depending where the wind comes, it depends which way they come. But I'm quite open here, so they don't have a problem getting them in, and they trap pretty well, like, to be honest with you.
Well, we've just viewed, you only sent 10 to the actual club race.
Yeah, it was a bad forecast, so I only put 10 on.
Yeah, we've just viewed actually 4 what's come 4 ends, haven't they? They've come back actually from the southwest route.
Southeast, they've come out. The first one come out of the southeast.
Which the southwest wind, yeah.
Yes, and the others have come more or less bang south. The other 3, what we've seen.
And you've got 5 on later on in another race, in the actual 5 bird race from Lavington.
They were up an hour later.
So they'll be due in
about an hour or so.
Right. Yeah, brilliant. That. Thank you. Do you clean out on a daily routine, Mark, or do you actually believe in deep litter or whatever throughout the 365 days a year?
The lofts are cleaned out twice a day. Yeah. I use deep litter. If I'm going on holiday and somebody's going to look after them, I'll use deep litter on the floors for the 2 weeks I'm away, which is normally Christmas and New Year. Right. I'll put the deep litter down, the birds will be paired up, and then as soon as I come back off my holiday, everything's cleaned out and they're back to twice a day scraped out. Alison will do them in the morning, I'll do them at tea time when I'm back, and everything's cleaned twice a day.
We know we did mention previously you do flying electronic timing system.
Yeah.
What particular system do you use?
I've got a Taurus system. Obviously, I've got a pad on each trapping section, and I use 2 pads up with the young birds.
Right.
Pigeons come, run through. I'll show you on the inside and run through, and the pigeons are timed. And there's no stress. The only stress is obviously getting them on and getting them to run through. But since I've been on tourists, like it's been a lot easier than when you're clocking in with a traditional clock.
Is it expensive, to buy to get the system and the
it's
rings?
as expensive as you want it to be, I suppose. Like, I mean, the pads are, I think, 149 quid each, so obviously that's what tops all your money up. Our rings are cheaper than the Unicorn ones. I think Unicorns are 140 and we only pay £1.10 at the minute, so it's not too bad. But it's the pads what obviously
what make the actual expense larger. Right, that's very good, Mark. Thank you. Right then, Mark, we've got a few principal pigeons. Your first one, these are all Saints winners, or should I say Fed winners. Can you tell exactly what this Blue Hen's won in total and what breeding she is, please?
She's a pure Jansen. The dam to this pigeon had 3 second feds and 2 first feds racing, then obviously put to stock. And the sire, the Orchid, the year he bred this hen. The nestmate to this topped the fed from Pointiers on the same day. This hen topped it from Saints for Harding Brothers of Leeds. Just a racing machine when it comes to channel racing. She won first section, 5th Open, North Midland Continental as a young bird on a really hard day, 10.5 hours on wing as a young bird. And that race won me the averages for that £1,000, which I got 1,380 quid with pool money. And then last year, liberated with my other Saints winner. Well, she was up half an hour before, sort of half an hour after, and licked them with 15 minutes. So she was like 45 minutes in front of the other Saints winner.
And he was a Fed winner?
And he would have topped the Fed, and the Fed what they went in with a 5-birder.
Right.
So I had 2 Fed toppers from Saints.
Same day? On
the same day. She won the first year, last year, they had a gold medal in the Fed, and obviously she won the first gold medal.
Beautiful thing.
Super hen.
Super hen, everything in hand. And she's flew Saints again this year, Mark, hasn't she?
She were, there were no daybirds in the club, and she finished 2nd club, 6 Fed, at 12 minutes past 6 the next morning.
So she was 6th Federation this year,
yeah.
1st Federation last year,
yes,
and her mother's 2 First Federations, 3 second Federations, and only flew on the inland programme due to how good she were.
And when she had the 3 second Feds, I was beat on the trap with a lad in front of me. She were here to top it, just I got beat on the trap.
So it could have had 5 first Feds.
Could have had 5 first. That's my old family of pigeons, yeah. These are the typical, but they win from inland and they win from 500 mile.
Right then, Mark, what's this second pigeon what you've got in?
This is the cock, we get transported with a 5-bird club with another Fed.
Right.
And I had 2 in 2 minutes last year, dropped together in 2 minutes from, I think 13 hours 18 with the first one.
527 miles.
527, then I got one 2 minutes after. Do a first and second club, and when the result come out from the Fed what they go with, they would have been first and second Fed. Right. So basically I would have had 2 Fed toppers from Saints on the same day.
Right.
I sent 8 pigeons that day and times 6 in on the night.
Brilliant.
But he flown Saints again this year. He had 15.25 hours on the wing, and just a good pigeon. So
he's basically a first Fed winner as last year.
He's flown Saints now 2 year running on the day.
15.75 hours. It takes some pigeon to stand
that
without dropping on houses. I mean, they're very, very rare, aren't they? Right, what's this one then, Mark?
This is the yearling cock what won me Saints this year, which obviously Saints to me, as you know, is 527. 12 hours 16 on the wing. Come fresh as a daisy, didn't even look like he'd been anywhere. Should have won the Young Bird Channel last year, but run over the pad and didn't register, so I finished 2nd win, but first time at 500 this year and come and won it. And with what we've heard in the Fed what we're taking him, he would have topped the Fed in that as well. But as I say, he's only a yearling, so he's got a lot more flying to do for me yet.
Lovely balanced pigeon as well, like the previous two
Yeah.
pigeons where I've handled. But obviously they've got to be when they're flying nearly 530 mile a day. I mean, extreme distances like that, they take some finding, and it's very rare to fly them. You don't get many day birds each and every loft. And when you get them, the extreme pigeons aren't they in the first place.
Exactly.
I do believe even in the Northern Classic, they're all up in that organisation.
Yeah, they're all in the same. There was one pigeon to beat them in the
It'd have
Classic.
been second Open Northern Classic, first
Open.
Federation in the other
Yeah.
Fed on velocity. So it's some pigeon in it.
Yeah, they're all up together, all up at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's all you can go on, really. But obviously, he won the club what he went in.
That's right. So he didn't ever think what we asked for.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, Mark, this is your fourth principal pigeon.
This is another yearling hen. First club, fourth fed Saints. There were only 3 pigeons on the day. She was the first pigeon the next morning. Obviously, she won the club and was fourth fed. Same again though, Steve. Another yearling hen, flying 527 mile.
What particular breed is this one then, Mark?
She's a Susan on the end side and a Van Loon on the cock side.
Soldier and Van Loon, yeah. I do believe you only breed off your very best breeders anyway.
Yeah, I mean...
This is put to the yearling cock.
Yes, that's paired to the yearling cock.
What were 12 hours, 16 minutes.
So basically 2 Saints winners.
Yeah, and the other two what both topped the Federation last year, both paired together as well. Best to best, only best to best. It's only time chance you're going to get these champions, you know, coming through from following years. It's like you're not going to run a marathon runner out of 100 metres runners.
Once you've got them 500-mile pigeons, it's keeping hold of them.
Yeah,
because I think they're
very rare.
They're few and far between, especially coming on the day and all. You've got to, if you don't date, it's not really, to me, like that. I mean, she's won Saints and that, and she went first pigeon the next morning, but she couldn't have been far away for doing it on day. How early she come the next morning. I don't think
that. Yeah, that's right. There weren't that many on day anyway.
3. There were only 3. She was the next pigeon.
Very good. Can you tell me a little bit about this?
This is pretty well known in this area. It's called Miss Monza. I've only ever raced her really in the 5-bird club, and I would say over the last 3 seasons I must have had 3,500–4,000 quid off her.
Brilliant.
Just racing alone. I think she's had about 5, maybe 6 wins. I've only ever sent her to the Fed 3 times, and she's been first Fed, 5th Fed, and I think 9th Fed. And that's the only other time she's ever been to the Fed. But on 2 of them occasions she won the club as well.
Right.
So she was obviously first club, first Fed, first club, 9th Fed. And just a super pigeon like. I mean, last year in the 5-bird club, out in the 11 races, 11 times in the prizes.
Brilliant.
She's a pure Jansen, the same, but she's bred off a channel, the cock up there, what was first fed from Fagers.
By 20 minutes.
By 20 minutes. Paired onto a direct power.
Right, your last of your 6 pigeons for the actual camera, Mark. What could you explain? It looks like to me a blue cock.
Yeah, this is a blue cock, bred by F&T Salt. It's one of the Susans what I've had off him. He's had 5 firsts. He won a race this year, 2,300 yards a minute he were doing. I think he won the club with about 4 minutes.
Right.
On a fasting like that, he was that far in front. This was a 5-bird club. He's had about 5 firsts, but I've put him together this year, obviously, for the finger to the Monza then. Basically winner to winner.
Soldier into Mark, yeah.
So pure Susan.
Yeah. Speed machine, yeah. I mean, you don't get no better loft than F&T Salt or Kimberley.
But last year, I sent 2 cocks off John to 527. One was second club and would have been second Fed in the Fed we went with, and the other one, I think, was 5th club and would have been about 19 Fed. Right. So I've had them up to 500 mile, these pigeons.
Just on their own, without crossing?
Just on their own. pure off John, like pure off John.
Beautiful. Well, thank you.